Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Thursday as we are inside of the $41,950 and $38,000 range. But on the 240-minute chart, you can see the bulls have finally started to react here at 38,000, bringing the price right now back up to the $40,000 big even, where we have the weekly open. And of course, we know 36,500 is a major support, but because we're already seeing the bulls react, that's the most preferred scenario. Because, of course, the lower we go and the more support levels that we test, the more the bears are in control. So the fact that we're starting to see price action right now already back at 40,000 US dollars, the importance of this is getting above this weekly open can change the psychology of the market. And then we have the monthly open at 41,500, so close to this $41,950 resistance. Remember, we start to break above 41,950 with decisiveness. We are finally going to potentially test the 20-week moving average at 44,800, where we have the 200-day moving average. This is the important level for the upside and for the bulls. Are we starting to see the early signs of this rescue operation? We're going to talk about that today. And of course, if we start to see this reject, that's also going to open another downside scenario that we'll talk about. I want to talk to the bears and the bulls on this channel. Something interesting that I'm going to also discuss today is the Robinhood price up 50% today. Notice how we saw this massive influx of liquidity come in. Does this make us assume that we're still in this trend where we're seeing investors move into alternative assets? Robinhood not being an alternative asset, but it certainly is an alternative exchange when you look at the traditional brokers like E-Trade and TD Ameritrade. And so it's almost like a meme stock. And we know that when there's this type of liquidity in the market, that could also affect the cryptocurrency market being one of the most alternative investments. I want to talk a little bit about that today, and then we'll cover the revolving parts of the cryptocurrency market, starting with Ethereum showing strength. Of course, this is not a surprise. I'm going to address the symmetrical triangle breakout that we're seeing right now with the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart and what this means for the Ethereum price, because there's really a lot to talk about today. Understand, if Bitcoin starts to move above 40,000, just like we've been saying, Ethereum could perform stronger if this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart continues to see strength, because we're in this very large range that can take us to 86,000 Satoshis. And then the London hard fork, of course. We're going to talk about that and then look at the total market cap chart, others dominance and Bitcoin dominance, and then quickly wrap up with the DXY, S&P 500, and oil. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Obeidi. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that we can hit 100,000 snipers on this channel. So to just continue with my Bitcoin prediction, we knew this $38,000 level was going to be the first level of support. And now we're seeing the bulls react. The fact is that if we start to see real decisiveness and volume come in, we are now putting ourselves in a very good position where we could come up and test 41,950. That's really the major level that we need to get to, because that puts us in a place where it's not going to take a Hail Mary to get us to the $44,800 level. We just have to do a run play, get, to the touchdown, and we're already in the end zone. So, that's a American football reference for those that watch American football. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I think that is very good to see with Bitcoin. But really, if we come back down to 36,500, I still wouldn't be that concerned. I think that would really strengthen the thesis that we're going to see sideways price action with Bitcoin for quite some time. And if that's going to be the case, it really may be beneficial to start looking at altcoins, specifically if we pull up Ethereum, which is the leading indicator for altcoins being the largest. Notice how we're above the 100-day moving average, of course, above the 250 period moving average on the daily, putting us above the weekly and monthly open. This is a clear bullish rally that we're in right now. And our first target's at 34.54 level. I think if Bitcoin can really see some decisiveness above 40,000, Notice how Ethereum kind of has this level here at the $3,000 big even that has acted as resistance throughout this bear cycle that we've been in when Bitcoin first tested 30,000. I think that with Bitcoin coming above 41,950, we could already start seeing Ethereum get above this $3,000 level. We get above 3,000, that's a straight shot to this previous resistance at 3,500. And then that puts us so close to the previous all-time high that now we have a chance to see new potential all-time highs for Ethereum. So, of course, if Bitcoin starts to go sideways, there's a potential Ethereum can play around in this range between 1980 and 3454 over the next few weeks. That's on the table, but I think a lot of this is going to have to do with what's happening to this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, because if we really see momentum here, not only are we seeing US dollar liquidity flowing into Ethereum, but we're going to be seeing Bitcoin flowing into Ethereum. People transferring and taking their Bitcoin and switching it to Ethereum. That could also drive price up. So I think that Ethereum is in a really good position right now. I think that's the clear schematics that we're getting when we're comparing Bitcoin versus Ethereum. And then the total cryptocurrency market cap looks good. It looks like there's a potential right now that we could test these previous levels of resistance. We get above 1.75 trillion. The importance of that is we're above the 20-week moving average. That puts us in a bullish trend for the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. That means that we can change these currents from red to another color because, regardless of if Bitcoin gets above the 20-week moving average, if the overall market gets above the 20-week moving average, I'm totally fine with that as well. It's not a bad thing to see other assets in the cryptocurrency market perform well. You look at traditional markets and the storage of value that people like to hedge in, especially institutions, is gold. And that's not the largest market. The S&P 500 is a lot larger than the gold market, right? So I think that we have to be open-minded as we approach the end of 2021, heading into 2022. And the others dominance chart clearly showing strength above the 200-day moving average. We'll continue to monitor this. Nothing crazy happening yet, but we have to monitor the Bitcoin dominance rejection of the 20-week moving average, because if we get above that, we can start changing our thesis here with altcoins. But until then, we're going to stick to what we've always stuck to here on the Snipers channel. I like to be consistent with you guys. We look at the DXY. This is going to be an important puzzle piece because we are starting to move up, and we're going to watch this resistance at 92.62. If we start to see sideways price action, I think that's completely justified for the DXY. We break above this level, that could be a concern, because that potentially could take markets to the downside. And we look at the S&P 500, because the DXY is showing comments, we're just tightening up in this range where we're seeing highs. We could just kind of trend up, maybe slowly trend up. Even if we come down a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. We're so far above this 50-day moving average. Nothing to be concerned about, I think, with traditional markets. Commodities aren't doing that well. Oil is selling off to this 100-day moving average, but it could just be a higher low here, and we could see further upside. I don't think that there's too much fear with commodities, just based on how gold and other precious metals are doing. So the Robinhood pump of 50% today, I think that this is an interesting puzzle piece that just kind of gives us the psychology of the market right now. And a lot of people have been fearful because we haven't seen, like Tesla in 2020 just continuing to run up. I haven't seen that with many assets lately, and seeing this with Robinhood today, I think, is a positive sign that we could see something unexpected in the cryptocurrency market, especially with this being Robinhood. It's a wallet, and there are rumors that they're gonna start allowing users to withdraw their crypto at some point, and so they might turn into a big competitor to Coinbase. So maybe this is a crypto play that we're seeing in the stock market today that's going to translate into the actual cryptocurrency market seeing more liquidity flow into it. So I think that that's a good puzzle piece that I want to leave you guys with before we give away our book. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's analysis. I appreciate each and every one of you snipers tuning into the channel. I want to show my appreciation by giving away Principles by Ray Dalio to one of you watching. Comment below and share this video. All comments will be illegible. I'll pick a winner from yesterday's video from the bottom here. Let's see. Immortal Gaming says Bitcoin to 100,000. Send me a message on Instagram. You won a book. The link is in the description below. And with that, Thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. Until next time, snipers